Hello everybody, I have a stupid video today about the Vah Shir Heritage Crate. Not to spoil it too much, but I am not a fan of this crate. It's pretty disappointing, and I think you would probably agree. Let's dive right in. So it is sold for 799 coins, as they usually are, or always are. And it has some teleports, some familiars, some armor, a music box or two, a mount, and an illusion item. The illusion item is pretty bad. I'll demonstrate that in a moment. The mount is also pretty bad. It is a tie-dye version of the owlbear mount, but let's dive into the teleport items. Teleport items are my personal favorites from the Heritage crates, as I only play one character, and they're just fun. I will likely never have a reason to use these, as I don't have a reason to go to the zones anymore, now that I've finished Slayer previously, but it's always nice to have more teleports. Anyways, the main ones are Grimling Forest, the statue of Aten Hara, which takes you to Vexthal, more on that in a moment. The banner of the Vah Shir crest, which takes you somewhere within Shade Weaver's Thicket. I forget where that is. I think it's next to Fungus Grove. The sculpted Vah Shir effigy, which takes you right to within Charval. Why a person would ever want to go to Charval is beyond me. The next one is the entrance to Palador Caverns in Hollowshade Moor, and the bonus reward for getting all of them is a teleport that takes you directly to Shisura Temple. So that's always fun. Anyways, my very first thought was, well, this pack requires Shadows of Luckland to be open in order to use the items, and with the current rules on this, in order for these teleport items to even be accessible from within the pack. So one of these ports takes you to a zone that at that era would require a key to get into, which of course is a statue of Aten Hara. But you'll notice that it has some extra text that the teleport does not let you through the key requirements. You must either have the key, or on that expansion, Gates of Discord must have been available on the server for at least a month, which I believe is when Vexthal opens up to everybody without having had the key. So if you are on a newer TLP that's starting Shadows of Luckland, this crate will not let you skip the key, which makes sense, but that would be kind of fun for people, I think. It would certainly make this item a lot more valuable on those servers if they ever timed it to where it was available to people on those servers. Anyways, the familiars. There are a total of 4 of them, and there's a bonus one, of course. The first one is the metamorph watch wolf, which I will use right now on my pet in front of us. Now, as you can see, that is not a watch wolf. That is a default human male illusion. What it is supposed to look like. Apparently, I don't have that doesn't work this way. I'll show it in a moment. But that is kind of hilarious and describes my opinion of this heritage crate pretty perfectly. The next one is the Writhing Shadow, which of course are like the blobs in Vexthal, which, these are, it's fun, I guess, but it doesn't show items, does not have a cool death animation, which is, I just triggered it right there by using Pet Feign. It is what it is. I guess it's small at least, so there's that benefit. The third one is the Rhino Beetle, which looks like the Rhino Beetles that I think are in Mons Saru. It's been a while since I played Luckland, I kind of forget. They're cute, I guess. They don't show weapons, obviously. Their death animation is that, and they do not have a very apparent sit animation, or they don't have one at all. So that's a thing. The one I have not personally seen in game yet is the Grimling Skeleton. This is probably the only one that I would consider potentially of use. So let's see if I like it or not. This is my real reaction to first time ever seeing in a game. It shows weapons, and it looks kind of stupid and interesting at the same time in the way that might make it worth using. I like that it shows weapons, obviously. It has a decent death animation that you can clearly tell it's dead. So I kind of like that. It does not apparently have a sit animation, so it's not perfect. But some people might really like this. It is a good alternative to other illusions that we have. It's just not among the best. The bonus illusion for when you have all of them, you get the Scarlet Cheetah, which I don't know why this one was chosen as the bonus. I kind of feel maybe the Blob should have been the bonus. I guess this thing is pretty large, so that's a thing, I guess. That's what its death or feign death animation looks like, and it apparently does not have a sit animation, which is too bad because a prior Heritage Crate, the bonus item, had a really cute sit animation actually, and it gave a lot of charm to it, so I was a big fan of it. Now, as far as items that I personally have on me, that is all I have. I do need to find somebody with the owlbear mount to be able to demonstrate that in game.
Don't bother, bro.
But in a word, I am not a fan of this expansion or this Heritage
I know,
Crate.
right.
I think they could have done a lot better. Obviously, one of the pet illusions is apparently bugged, at least for me. I've tried it a few times now, and it always gets summoned as a human male, which maybe you want a human male pet, and if you do, then fantastic. This is the way to get it. But I'm sure they will fix it at some point. The teleport locations are pretty standard stuff. The Vexthal one, it clicks you right into the main entrance area of Vexthal, kind of high up. You're not near any mobs or anything. You can visually see the statue of a Tenha Ra from that's in the middle of the courtyard from where it clicks you. So I think it's a good location for a port. But again, very few people will actually use this because it's only really literally useful if you're in that era of the server, or if you're someone that regularly goes back there to farm some of the various click items. Yeah, that is about all I have. Thanks a bunch, and have a great rest of the day.
It could have been worse. It could have been Draken.